What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pimpin' Ain't Easy. Back at it with another video on my channel. Today we're gonna be doing a beginner's guide to Myfaction. The modes had a lot. It's been a lot so far. Some positive, some negative. Overall, I would still say it's better than last year, for sure. Last year was, but that's the thing. Like, and I try to be lenient and patient. This is new. Like, this is new to a wrestling game essentially. So it's still in its like early stages. Get my daily login bonus here. It's still in its beginning stages, so I like the direction. It's just, I don't know how much is getting focused into Myfaction. Like, they heard that people wanted to be able to use the specific characters from Myfaction in all the game modes. That was great. They started to include persona cards. That was a great improvement. Ranked, the idea is great. The execution, not so much. But if I were to pick up the controller today and this was my first time logging into Myfaction, this is what I would do. I would start with Faction Wars. They start you with 5 tickets, I believe. Now every time you lose a match, you lose the whole run. So it's basically, you start a run, there's 5 stages. Each stage has a boss at the end, but they have matches and little tasks and stuff that you can do on your way to the boss that kind of get you credits and all kinds of stuff for your roster and all of that. But every loss takes away a ticket. So as you can see, I got 5 right now. I kind of been chilling on it, but I have played already. I've ran through tickets, and I can show you guys. I'm on stage 4. This is my team. I've been using Red Mysterio because it's Ray. But you can see you have different things here. Another thing that you might not know is that once you click something, you have to do it. You can't quit. You can't back out. You have to do it. If you dashboard, it counts as a loss. I learned that the hard way on a match. I didn't have time to play, so I backed out. I came back in, and my whole run was done. And man, the way tickets are, like, they're scarce. Like, as you can see when you do your daily login, tickets are hard to come by. They kind of took the way Faction Wars was last year, which was briefcases. You can climb, you can keep playing as much as you wanted to, and people were using that to grind up to get boxes, because you can buy boxes with Myfaction points. The Myfaction points grind this year is basically non-existent. You're just not making enough. You're not making enough Myfaction points, and there's not enough ways to get it. In my honest opinion, there's not enough content. Yeah, they gave us 5 weeks worth of proving grounds, which is cool. But at the same time, some people finished this a week ago. Weekly towers. We might have another one. I don't know. We do 10 tokens. This is cool. I wish it were more. Because these matches are all easy. They're short, they're sweet, and then you get your reward at the end. Faction Wars is fun. I do like this style, but I just don't like that once you run out of tickets, you can't play anymore. You have to wait until either you reach a login bonus, or, and they say, like, I was reading somewhere that you can find tickets throughout the mode, but I haven't found any. Like, there's a collection you can do Where is it at? You can get one here, but that requires you to spend your Myfaction points or VC. You can get another one, but again, that requires you to spend your Myfaction points or your VC. So, like, yeah, there's 2 tickets, but if you're enjoying yourself and you're having a good run, those 2 tickets are gone within an hour or 2, and then you can't play anymore. That is something that I feel like potentially needs a look, but this is where I would start 1000% is Faction Wars, because you also exchange these credits. So when you're playing, you get credits. You want to stack your credits up so you can come spend them here in the exchange. Don't get any of these unless you're collecting. They're useless. You're never going to use them. This is where you want to go. As you can see, there's different levels of bosses, men and women. This is something I don't get. Why is there an 84 and an 83? And it's almost the same pose and the same outfit. But you can get bosses. As you can see, this was the very first boss I got, Yokozuna. You can get the Rock. This is all the cards that you see online or you see somebody playing with or you see in videos. Aside from the collector level, this is where they get them from. So complete your runs, save your credits. And then once you face a boss, you can get them in the exchange. So say you go through your first stage or your first run, you come across John Cena. The minute you play him in that match and beat him, you can back out and go buy him from the exchange. And they kind of mix up the bosses, so you're not facing the same ones over and over again. Although I have come into it where I went through a run, all 5 stages, I played the exact boss. I think it was the Land of the Giants or something like that. So credits are hard to come by, so be careful on who you use, who you redeem them on. Don't waste them on any of these lower cards. Like, only get the rupees, get all the rupees. They're the most playable cards right now, aside from the collection reward players, the amethyst. But yeah, use them on the rubies. Don't waste them on the sapphires, the emeralds, none of that. After you do your faction wars, I will go knock out my weekly towers. Now, this isn't for what you get necessarily, but this is just so you don't get behind. You don't want to get too far behind and then have to try to play all of these at once when something good comes out. I picked up Myfaction late last year, and that's what I had to do. And I wound up having to play it was like 30 weeks or something like that. It was something crazy. And I had to play them all just to get the top card at the time. So if you do them weekly, it's only 5 matches. It'll take you 20-30 minutes, if that, honestly. And just do them. Just knock them out. It's something easy. The rewards are, as you can see, you get an oddity. So they're cool. You're not gonna use them. These are just collections. Like, you're not gonna use a free agent. Like, there's already a better Carrying Cross, in fact. So these are just kind of, if you're a Carrying Cross fan, I guess. The Gunther is, but the rewards get better over time. Throughout the year, they're gonna get better. Once you do that, you get your rubies. I would go to Proving Grounds, and take your time. My number one tip for anybody playing Myfaction is to take your time and enjoy it. You don't have to speed run to finish. There's no rush. I don't know the content schedule. I do know they release packs every 2 weeks, but I don't know the content schedule enough to make it to where, all right, we're getting bum rush with content. So, like, make sure you're finishing this now. Like, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the plan. With them releasing 5 chapters at once, and these chapters there's more than 25. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 matches in each one. So, just enjoy it, man. Make it fun. because you don't want to get to a point where you're out of content to play, and then you're having to find something else to do, or you're having to go over to ranked. Any new player, don't play ranked. The LA Knight, I went over this in my last video. Until they buff the rewards, bro, do not touch this. It is just not. I've lost all of my will to play ranked, because it's just not. There is absolutely zero. I could care less about this card. It's useless. Like, they could save it if they turned around and made it an amethyst, an 89 amethyst, or 88 amethyst, or a diamond. This card, no. I don't even know if I might touch it for content, but I'm not gonna rank. I could care less, honestly. Unless you just enjoy it, which it's just it's not I feel like the last man standings might be fun, maybe even the extreme rules, but just the regular one-on-one matches, no, bro. I would not even bother to waste my time with that. Which is unfortunate, because this is the new shiny toy for the mode, and my opinion on it has dwindled. Like, you see, I'm still number one. I haven't played. From my video yesterday, you saw I was still number one. I haven't played in a week. Live events, that would be next. So live events is something that I definitely suggest you keep up on. Also something that I need to, I think I already did all of these. I got one. Yeah, I did all of these. Make sure you keep up on them. I still got something to do. I'm not going to use these cards though, so it doesn't necessarily matter to me. Or not even the cards. I'm tripping. I'm looking down at the bottom. I need the oddity. The Myfaction points, like, this is also something where I feel like, make it better. Like, give us rubies. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us something that we can actually use. Like, this Jey Uso, cool. It's that's my dog, but he will never play ever. Ben Balor, one of my favorite wrestlers, he will never play, bro. He just doesn't. He has a purple badge, which is crazy, but he will never play. Yeah, and at this rate, it seems like the way to get the best cards. Oh, they added some more here. This Macho Man might be cool. Like, the challenges are fun. Let me take that. The challenges are bearable. Some are fun, some are absolutely not. Macho Man might be kind of cool. Never mind. He basically has the same badges. No, he doesn't have Sting like a. Never mind. This card is not getting that's just fodder. But the point is to play your live events. Keep up with them, because eventually you're gonna start needing cards to get the better cards later on. Like, if they still do it like how they did it last year, where you needed certain cards to get the next best card or the good cards. The content, man, actually sitting here and looking at it, we need more. We definitely need more. I feel like with the game just coming out, we should have kind of gotten overloaded with content, and instead it's just kind of like it's a cool rollout. Obviously this was their selling point, but I don't know. You see how I don't even, Myfaction points, like, you would want to save them, but you're not getting any for real. You don't really get any from ranked. You get some from Myfaction. It'll add up, but it won't. I don't know. I feel like we need more content. I would also say, okay, once you complete those, and you say you catch up on everything, I I would give MyRise. I think it's MyRise. Yeah. MyRise a little burn. I've been playing it. I've been kind of enjoying it. You also get Myfaction cards from it, from each one. So like I'm doing the Undisputed right now. There's also the Unleashed. You get cards from each one for Myfaction. Oh, they're pretty cool cards, honestly, and the mode's fun. I've enjoyed MyRise for sure. I'm almost done, I think. So once I get those cards, that'll be cool. But yeah, that's essentially what I would do to start. But I have to put a heavy emphasis. Enjoy it and take your time. There's no rush. The only thing that's timed is live events. So pay attention to those. Make sure you're not missing those. But everything else, it's gonna be there. The max ticket you can hold is 5. Oh well, there's no max ticket, so you can hold. I guess you can hold as many tickets as you can get. So, yeah, live events is the only thing that needs immediate attention. Everything else you kind of just play at your own pace. Don't stress yourself out about anything. Proving grounds is hard. And the game as a whole, like, play other modes. Like, I don't want anybody sitting in Myfaction, sweating, grinding. Because the content's not there right now. The highest you can get right now is Gunther. So, but he's not great. Like, he's cool, but he's not great. And that's for the sweaty, like the grindy, or the money spenders, whichever side of the spectrum, they fall on. Now, once we get here, me personally, I'm going crazy. Once I know this is obtainable, I will be one of the first people to have it. EO's my go right now. But yeah, until I see something else that kind of warrants it, honestly, Faction Wars gets you the cards that you need, and just make sure you're knocking these out, so that way you don't get too far behind and have to try to catch up once something good actually does drop. Don't spend your Myfaction points on packs. Nothing in these packs is playable right now. They're cool cards. Like, if you just want to enjoy, and like it's your favorite wrestler, or you're trying to build your dream faction or something like that, which is the whole point of the mode essentially. When a card drops that you want, it's gonna go to the card market. So you don't have to gamble to see if you can pull it. You don't have to waste your points and stuff. It'll eventually make its way to this market. So unless you have to have it day one, don't open packs. I'll do it for content for you guys, but don't open packs. The best things are free right now, essentially. The Faction Wars bosses are free, and those are essentially the best cards in the game. But yeah, man, I wanted to go deeper, but looking at it, the lack of content is kind of alarming, when you actually sit there and think about it. But I'm working on my league. I'm getting my league started up soon. I'll put a poll. I don't know how to see it. I can't really see it for some reason, but I'll put a poll on what type of league people want, whether it's a universe mode or whether it's a online league where people can actually face each other. I had some votes. I think it was heavily favored towards online. So I'm going to work on logos and titles and arenas and all that stuff, actually right after I finish this video. Cause yeah, man, this isn't just an exclusive Myfaction channel. This is a wrestling channel. So I'm trying to get you guys all kinds of different content. It's not just going to be one thing. It's going to be online gameplay, Myfaction, universe, league, actual wrestling, like reviews, Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view. Might look to get a pod going, honestly, a wrestling pod. if I can find some like-minded creators who enjoy wrestling just as much as I do, that might be something I will look into doing. My mom's always training though, trying to bring you guys the best content. So I got some big plans for this channel. We're just getting started. But yeah, that's gonna wrap this video up, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you're interested in the league. Just your thoughts, how you would want it. Leave your gamer tag, I'll add you guys. But yeah, it's your boy Pimpin' Ain't Easy, and I'm out.